Welcome, everybody. This is Bo with Football Talk, whether you're on the East Coast, West Coast, or watching around the world. We are here in Woodinville, Washington. I'm with the owner of Triplehorn Brewery. And Rich, thanks for joining me today.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Absolutely. So this is going to be part of our sports bar series. And so no better place than to start at one of the premier breweries here in Woodinville. Been coming here for a long time. Used to have a shop right here on the street. And so tell us a little bit how you got started here and obviously the growth that I've been able to watch along the way.
Yeah. It's been a pretty crazy story. Back in 2010, I had moved back from Arizona, kind of being a victim of the fallout of the construction industry, as well as my brother. Initially, we had planned on doing a winery. We have property in Eastern Washington, and seat of our pants, I did the numbers, and it turned out that there's not a chance that we had the money or the time to start making a profit. So it was a natural transition into the beer, considering my brother had his own beer refrigerator at home and kegs and things. Our construction background was really one of the key things for us in building out this entire thing. It saved us a lot of money. We started with a shoestring, and we were very fortunate to start almost exactly 11 years to the day. Today was the 12th of August that we opened up our doors. So, yeah, we hit the ground running. Fortunate enough that it was Crush for the wineries, which are right down the street from us. They support us. We support them very well. And while they were in Crush, they needed a lot of beer to make their wine. So they were for sure. But it's been a very long expansion over that period of time where we went from 3,500 square feet and 3 tanks to 7,000 square feet, and now we have 14 tanks and a capacity much larger than what we started out with. So
yeah,
it's been a labor of love. It's not saying that it hasn't been some pretty tepid times as well. So
for sure. I imagine COVID was an interesting drop.
Yeah,
right.
There was. We were fortunate enough that we didn't have to cease operations, but our employees did have to stay home. We pivoted quite quickly and got on home delivery, which we did ourselves. And yeah, it was a tough time financially, and we felt it, but we came through it. And one of the benefits of it, we carry no debt any longer. So
that's awesome.
We paid off everything during that time. I made sure that I knuckled down, and I didn't want to have to pay some bank anymore. I'm going to buy everything that I have, and it's fully owned. So
absolutely. So are you still part of the like the beer tours that are coming through Woodinville?
We do a lot of that. There are some independents that do those. I've been encouraging different, the van people that own the vans and things that have the tours to establish some partnerships, some strategic partnerships, so that maybe they can offer a lodging package as well. And I think that I don't have the time personally to do that myself, but I think that it would benefit them extremely. So I do hope that somebody comes up with that and can manage it.
For sure. Well, I mean, especially here, right? Because on this street alone, there's 4 or 5 breweries and like 40 wineries.
We have 3 breweries on this street alone. I believe there are roughly 50 tasting rooms for wine in the area. 1 distillery, 2 cider companies. So yeah, it's pretty large. Woodinville is only 5 miles square, give or take. There are well over 175 different alcohol producers in that footprint, which would make us the largest alcohol producing city in the world.
For sure.
Which is,
and weirdly not a chick shadle anywhere in here, which doesn't make any sense to me.
That's correct. So and the lodging is kind of, we're lacking in that, but I think we're moving in some positive directions.
I mean, there's a lot of construction starting to happen. So
there is.
I have to imagine that they're going to bring in more. I know that they added the hotel that was down the street here.
Yeah.
So
those are your 2 options. You have Willow's Lodge, which is above norm. And then you do have the lodging down below, and
absolutely
Hampton Inn.
Absolutely. So let's talk about a little bit about the brewing.
Sure.
How did you start? What Falcon Cloak, I would imagine, or the Land Wink has to be one of the ones you started with.
So Land Wink was the premier. That was our very first beer.
Okay.
It took my brother and I was out living with him at the time. I had just moved back from Scottsdale, lived with him, and we set up a small system, and we brewed darn near every other day for a year.
Nice.
Just to get everything straight. No brewing background at all. But we are foodies, and we know how to reverse engineer flavors that we want to get to back down to the ingredients that are required to get to that point.
That makes sense.
So, and it's the Lola, it's the house dog. So yeah, we did that. We ended up giving away a lot of beer. We ended up having people come over and give us their feedback on it so that we got our core down. And that was the Landwink, the Falcon Cloak, and the Folkvang Red. And the next one was an apricot wheat that we did.
Okay.
We've done over 375 different styles of, not styles, but different beers in
Flavors,
the 11
yeah.
years. Yeah.
Nice.
And yes, it is IPA heavy because of the Northwest.
Of course.
Everybody wants an IPA.
Of course.
But we're pretty darn proud of some of the Belgian spinoffs that we've had that have won. Our most award-winning beer is the Stupid Monkey, which is our Belgian Tripel. And the nice thing that we do with that is that my brother is also a beekeeper. So the honey that we use in that beer is his honey.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, we're keeping everything as local as we possibly can, using locally sourced ingredients. We're very fortunate. So
that's very cool. And of course, for me, my favorite beer here, huge plug for this beer, is the Pepper Belly. It's made on the Falcon Cloak. Of course, it's not in the taps anymore. It's bottled.
It's
right?
rough to put on the tap, and we do have kegs of it to go out to other bars, but we found that when we put it on tap here, that we have to change the actual line when we change out a beer, because that pepper will go into everything after.
Oh, so you actually just got to throw the line away, basically.
Yes.
So that's rough.
It's counterintuitive to keeping it on, but
sure.
It was a fun one. I got the idea from when I lived in Arizona. Okay. There's a lot of pepper beers down in the Southwest, and I didn't find any up here. So when I came back, I said, we don't have a pepper beer up in Washington. And at the time, there was no blood orange beer either. So it was very similar to the same time that Elysian brought the Super Fuzz out, that we released our Bludgeon. So it's just fun. And I like to incorporate some additional flavors to things, but we want to keep things more pure, and we want to keep it more to a standard that when you come here, it's going to be consistent every time.
That is super important, especially if you're a beer drinker.
Yeah.
Like when you order a beer, you want to know what it is.
Might be part of our construction background, because if you're off by a 1/16 of an inch on anything, so it's a repetitive procedure every time. So yeah.
That's awesome. So, this is the kickoff of the season, right? So first game of the preseason. You guys have a lot of screens here. You can't see it on camera, but they got screens, lots of space, and of course beer. So how do you select your food trucks? Like how does that come together?
We like to have local companies that when we first started, it was more I ended up having to pay trucks to come out and things. They wanted a minimum. But as we grew in popularity, they started coming to us. And now we are scheduled out. Typically, we're scheduled out about 4 months in advance.
Oh, wow.
Now, they are food trucks. They do break down. They do. So we have hiccups, like in anything. But consistently, they're here. And they're here from Wednesday to Sunday.
Wow. Okay, that's a nice lineup.
Right.
That's a nice lineup. So what's the variety of food that you typically have?
We do a lot of taco trucks, burritos. We've done pizza. We do burgers. We do fish and chips. We've done Mediterranean food.
Oh, nice.
A lot of different variety. We do some Thai food. We've done dumplings, and it's a nice array. It is. I mean, poke and all kinds of things, and it's great awesome. Because different people want different things. So I like to give them that variety, so that it's not always the same thing over and over. You don't want to just have one truck. I'm going to go to have a burger or something.
For sure. Yeah. Absolutely. No, variety is definitely key.
Sure.
So what's your guess for this season? What do you think the Hawks are going to do?
Honestly, I think that they'll probably finish 2 over 500. That's my honest opinion. I don't think others are predicting that. I think that they're kind of putting them down a little further, maybe. But
that's actually where I had them. Is 10
but I do think that Washington State has a chance to win the Pac-12 this year. Now that it's Pac-4, that's We're big Coug fans around here, you know. So
fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I don't think the Cougs are going to end up in there. I think they end up.
There's 4 teams.
I feel like they have to leave. Although there is talk that they're going to join the Mountain West, which basically guarantees you're not going to have a chance at a national title, right? Because if your top school is,
we're talking about Wazoo. They're never in line for the national title.
I mean, there's been a couple of like years they were sort of close, but I mean, if your top schools in that division or in that conference now will be Wazoo, Oregon State, and Boise,
right? No,
the competition level's not there, and since college football has nothing to do with your record, it has to do with voting. Yeah,
we have a lot of purists around here in regard to that are a little upset about the whole thing. So,
well, I mean, it's sad because you're going to have things like the Apple Cup that may not happen anymore, right? After 114 of them.
Right.
Now, they potentially could still end up joining the Big Ten, and that could still be a thing. But with the Big Ten being 18 schools now, there may not be room for an out-of-conference game.
Right.
I mean, they may throw them a bone this next year or two.
I just think the BCS killed the Rose Bowl for
sure.
Big Ten, Pac-10 at the time. So
absolutely,
we've kind of seen this fermenting over a period of time. Pardon the pun, but it is what it is.
The only saving grace to it is so you don't have the Power 5 anymore, realistically, moving forward. So it'll be a Power 4 at the time where they expand the college playoffs to 12 games. So now we might actually see normal football out of the D1 rank, right? Because it's the only level of football from Pee-wee to pro that doesn't have a true playoff. And so for them to move it to 12 teams, and then you have 4 actual conferences, I have to imagine these other ones are going to end up falling in line just for the math to work.
You still have the at-large teams that are still going to be at-large, and of course, Penn State may end up going somewhere, but whatever.
Well, and you're going to have things like Notre Dame, who's never been in a conference, and they're never going to be. They do whatever Notre Dame does.
Very true.
Awesome.
Very true.
Well, yeah. Then so we're going to be here for the game. Be sure to come out. Thanks again for meeting with me, Rich. And so there's actually 2 games today. There is the Patriots game first, and then there's the Hawks game after that. So we're going to sit here, we're going to drink beer, and come on out, hang out with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Take it easy, guys. All right.